Hey, what up, G babies? What up, ladies, gentlemen? How y'all doing? Hopefully you're doing good. You already know the drill. You already know the drill. You already know what's poppin'. Tired. Duh. We're gonna jump in, picking up at the only logical spot. Where do you think that would be? Well, I would guess it was where we left off. And look at that. We started at 6:30 the other day. And look at this. We're starting at 6:32 today. That's crazy work. So let us see what we're going to get accomplished. We have to see what we did yesterday. First of all, we continued working through save logic, master save object dictionary to determine blah blah blah. Finished fixing logic associated with shuffling, repopulating the deck at the end of each round in progression pi and other associated logic. Stopped at line 41. Okay, so let's go over there to line 41 in save logic. Okay, so we did finally finish that deviation from this task. Which is ordering this master save object dictionary in the proper order so that, well, when we load in data upon a reconnect from a save point, it will, it will be loaded in the proper order. And let me just like kind of zoom out real quick and think about how this works, because I'm not really sure. I want to say, on the one hand, I'm not sure that it matters what gets loaded first. And then on the other hand, I'm like, well, actually, I do know that the order does matter, because certain things that need to be set, certain things that need to be set have to have a predecessor set. Like they have requisites that they're derived from, so you can't do Z until you've done X, Y, or it just breaks the game. For instance, we have progression text has to be loaded prior to multiple choice text 1 and 2, and input text due to the fact that it depends on due to the circular. So yeah, we do have to be careful with this. So we went through here, C1 apply counter, C2 apply counter. These are just like integers. It does depend on where they're used and stuff, but like, so basically the principle for this is it doesn't matter where the game loop uses. I forgot to set the timer. It doesn't matter where the game loop utilizes the object. It matters where the it matters if the object itself through the setter requires, or through another mechanism, which is, I don't know if there is another mechanism other than the setter, but if the setter requires there to be a piece of data in place already, obviously then you have to load that first. So that would apply to this like progression text thing, because the setter itself, multiple choice text 1 setter requires progression text being set. It's derived from that, or it relies on it rather. So yeah, I think that's the principle. I don't think we need to worry about like where in the game C1 C2 apply counter is used. It's really just a matter of, does it rely on it on a fundamental like to set the data point itself? Does it require another data point to be set first? Yeah, so we got that cleared up. Let's pick up where we left off here in this list. Dictionary rather, we have next, does the card group dict need to be loaded prior to the deck? I don't think it does. See, because we have the card group dict after the deck. So let's determine that. Let's see, does this need to be loaded first? I don't think so. because the deck just consists of cards. Well, you know, it does matter, right? Because if we are loading in, let's go to load. Let's see if we can find this function. Serialize, nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Load state. Okay, here we go. So when we go to load in, what is this one? We're looking for deck. So what we do here for classification ID 2, we would enter into this section right here. Classification IDs 2, actual card list. So we access, then we go through ID and DB loaded object. Then we say card object. Ah, here we go. See, so that it does require. Look at that. I'm a fucking genius, dude. Oh my god. Whoa, what did... I don't know how that happened. That was weird. I've done that before. You can do some weird thing with the mouse and it like... I don't know. It's a weird thing. You can move... I don't know how it works, but it does somehow. Anyway, we do need the card group dict first. So this is all classification ID 2 rely on the card group dict, and I'm pretty sure that's going to also mean that the meld list classification ID 3 also, yeah, they also require. So 2, 3, what about 1? 1 is simple save, so that one shouldn't. 1 is simple save, but... And then oddball... Well, oddball is the card group dict. Yeah. So we actually... You know what I just thought about? As an aside, what about the card group name or prior card group name for each card? Because we do have the prior card group name, right? Do we need to save the prior card group name? Well, we already did the determinations on all that. I will check it out though. So we're gonna say prior card group name. Does it need to be saved? Since we do need it to be restored, how would it be restored if not saved? This is because we don't use pop or append to restore to replicate the adder. I'm pretty sure we would need it then. Unless it's just not needed on the client side, which may be the case. Unless not needed CS, which may be true. That might actually be why we determined it to not be necessary. Okay, what am I doing here? Remember this implies perfect order the card to blah, 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 blah. Alright, so we need the card group dict before classification ID 2 and 3. So let's go up here. And let's put that. We'll put this. So any of them that are 2 or 3, we'll put that. We'll just add a note. Oh, I forgot to reset my extension. So this basically needs to happen first. Okay, so we were on deck. Okay, so all right. So cool. We got that figured out. Now let's zoom back out here. What do we got going on with the next one? So next is going to be master deck discard pile. Let's see, master deck. So does the deck require anything else definitively? I don't think so. If we look at load state, that would be 2 and 3. All we do is grab the card, object, and insert. That's it. So basically, unless when we call the setter or whatever through this function here, the object access or set adder from string function, that's pretty much it. And only the ones that are properties would have setters. So yeah, I think we pretty much narrowed the principle down here that we're looking for. So I think that makes this a lot easier to think about. So we have group dict at the top, which is necessary. Now we have these, which are simple, straight up. There's nothing like that requires them to be set beforehand. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna organize these in order of one. Well, you know, I was gonna no, I'll leave them in order of the game of the file that they're derived from. The only well, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're gonna organizationally, what should be the proper principle? Should we use it? We'll just leave it in this order. It's okay. We don't have to organize it by the classification ID. It's no big deal. Okay, card group dict first. Apply counter, expect counter. Those are fine. These should be fine. That should be fine. That's a simple save. This requires card group dict. Same for that one. Simple save, simple save. But we have to check the properties. So any of these that are properties, none of these are properties. The choose multiple cards is a property. So this one we're gonna look at right here. So I'll just put below line current task location. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this out and see what this requires. So if I choose multiple cards, this is equal to true. So I'm looking for choose multiple cards. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted there. Let's do this again. All right, so in click card active, if val is set to false, it checks choose multiple cards. So click card active needs choose multiple cards to be set. So click card active needs choose multiple cards to be set. Well, no. Yeah, because see, we have the elif reconnect bool. Where is reconnect bool come from? We created a file, reconnect bool. Bro, forgot about that. So we need to make sure we enable that. Add code which sets reconnect bool equal to true upon reconnect. Okay, cool. So I didn't forget about that. Well, I forgot about it here, but I didn't forget about it in my to-do list. If choose multiple cards is equal to true, choose multiple cards equals false. Choose multiple cards. So this doesn't matter, because as long as reconnect bool is true, the only thing that it does is it restores it. So this doesn't rely on anything else. Right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just restore it. That's all it does. It doesn't do any side effects. So it doesn't need to precede anything else. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, so Reconnect bool is a real game changer here. That means we don't actually have to worry about these properties, the order of them. But let me just make sure they all have that, because maybe some of them don't. You feel what I'm saying here? Got active. Change attributes as a blah 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 blah. Quick card active setter. Reconnect bool is equal to false. Blah blah blah. But we do have reconnect bool, which is else. So we have else, and then we have click card active. So we have reconnect bool. That solves the problem. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about that one either. Cool. See, I told you guys this was gonna go quick. I fucking knew it, bro. Something deep down in me remembered that I took care of this shit. I'm proud of myself, bro. Wait, what is this? Static method, enter continue text function. So this checks enter. Yeah, we don't talk about that. That's a function, dude. Anywhere. Eventually, that's what I meant to say. Enter continue text active. No. Okay, reconnect bool is equal to false. And then else. We set the enter continue text active. Bam, easy money. Cool. Alright, next one, game state. So this one is a property as well. If reconnect bool is equal to true, what it does is it sets game state internal and then sets up mirror game state list. So again, we're safe. Alright, next one, multiple choice active. Multiple choice setter. Reconnect bool is equal to true. Yep, safe again. Now this one says progression text must be loaded prior to multiple choice text 1 and 2. Let's see if that's actually true even with reconnect bool logic. Progression text. Saying this must be loaded prior to multiple choice text 1 and 2. Well, that's not going to tell us in progression text. That will tell us in the other ones. So this is internal. Okay, so this is if reconnect bool is equal to false. So otherwise it does all this. It sets the prior, the progression text, the object, yeah, all this stuff. Yeah. It do all this magic. Yeah. I know, baby. I know. I'm the one who wrote this shit. Okay? I know what this is. God damn. You trying to traumatize me? I'm the one who fucking wrote the shit. Who do you think you are, disrespecting me like that? Showing me all this fucking gobbledygook. I'm the one who wrote the gobbledygook shit. Alright? I'm not scared of that shit. So we don't need... Well, it does require the card sprite group, but that's already taken care of, right? 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 Huh? Right? Yes? Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Alright, so... yeah, the only thing I can see would be the game card sprite group. Good catch, my dog. Let's see what this is. That's a... It's a Pygame sprite. In setup, that's when it's... Yeah, so we're good, because this happens prior to load, baby. Setup happens first. Duh. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. So progression text, yeah, we're good. Okay, multiple choice text 1. I'm so ready to be done with this fucking shit. God damn. Bro, it's only been 20 minutes, dude. It's only been 27 minutes. It's only been 27 minutes? Freaking egg bool is equal to false, else freaking egg bool is equal to true. Then that means freaking egg bool is equal to true means freaking egg blah 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 blah. Multiple choice X1. Multiple choice X1 object. Rect. Yeah, we're good. Easy. Easy, bitch. Whoa, relax, man. Relax. No need to get all feisty like that, dude. Relax, relax here, man. Relax, man. Freaking bulls, you get all false. We're going down here to else, dude. Else. Help! 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 Oh. Okay, so 2 does need 1 to be set. So it has to be 1 then 2. Because it checks 1. 2 checks 1. But 1 don't check 2. 2 checks 1. Do it make sense, dog? So we're good. As long as 1 precedes 2, which it does. So let me just put this, well, yeah, this one actually. I should put it below this one. Was a must be loaded prior to multiple choice text 2. Yay! Alright, what about round in winner sound bool? Is this one... It's a property, baby. Eval... You go to false. Mixer, stop. Round in winner sound play. Round in winner sound bool. Eval equal to true. This one, I remember going over this one. It's a sound. I'm not fucking worried about it. It's. I don't care. Not even talking about it. See ya, bitch. Ain't worried about that shit. Get it out of here. We're good. Moving on. Text input active. Sometimes you just gotta give it a old salute. You're on your own, baby. You're on your own, baby. See ya. Text input active is not a property. Say what? It's a bool. So this one should be good then. It shouldn't rely on anything because it's just a. It's not a property. Dog. Thought it was, but it's not. All right, and this one says relies on the card group tick. Okay, yeah. Clickable card list, easy. Easy. All right, highlight clicked card. It's bool, so we're good. Yeah, moving on. Highlight click card list, bool. This one's also going to be a bool, obviously. Should be. True dat. IGGY. Whoa! Y'all forgot about her, huh? Y'all forgot about Iggy Azalea, didn't ya? Input text. This is the battle, baby. Battle, baby. A+, bitch. Forever a banger, dog. Forever a banger. This one doesn't have reconnect bool. Have to have this if clause during testing using test run. Test run because the script is not called progression text. Ooh, that's a old ass comment. That shit's ancient, dog. That's a dusty ass comment, bro. Oh my god. That comment got mold growing on it, bro. That's a whoa, man. That's a oldie, but is it a goodie? That's the question. I don't fucking know. So this one does need progression text. We'll assume it does. Alright? We'll assume it does. Must be loaded after progression text. And that's why progression text is up her. Y'all feel? Alright. Next is time. Choose one. That's bool. Bool. All the time ones. Easy. Easy clap. Easy clap. Oh my god. Oh, done. Bam, 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 bam. Is this, A+. A+, bitch. What are we doing here? What next, dude? That's it. Dumbass. Don't lie. You're a dumb son of a bitch. Don't lie, dog. Oh my god, that's it. Hey! We did the shit. Who doubted me? You remember in Hook, he's like, someone bet against him, and the dude's all like, "It was me, yeah, it was me, it was me." You bet against me, didn't you? Didn't you? Change that to finished working through save logic master save object dictionary to determine if the objects are in the proper order. We have verified that they are indeed in the proper order. Moving on to the next task, baby. Database master save object order review. Review the order of the objects in database. Blah, 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 blah. Go through one by one and take note of the ones that have derivative side effects. Just click hard active. Yeah. Okay. Alright, prior card group name doesn't need to be saved. And this is specifically talking about card.prior card group name. Caps lock boy. Caps lock boy. Alright, so let's check out prior card group name here, cuh. See what we got going on here, cuh. Wait, what? The card's prior custom appendless card group name uses term prior location. Transferred only during reference. Is it transferred? Is transferred the card's prior custom appendless card group name used to determine prior location in custom appendless so that the proper visual resituation function can be called for the associated card group the card was just popped from. Not transferred. Note 81624 is transferred only during progression by round reset function to reset cards back to factory settings. And isn't this what I'm questioning? Does it need to be saved? Since we need it to be restored, how would it be restored if not saved? And also transferred during round reset. Let me go look at that. Round reset, boy. Where So we actually deleted that code, remember? Because we replaced it with this. And the append, doesn't the append take care of the prior card group name? Do it not. Or do it. Not client backup, baby. We don't need that. Okay, so yeah. I hate how it does that, bro. It doesn't scroll back to the left. I hate that it doesn't. So this checks the prior card group name. And what is this? It checks the prior card group name in append. In append, it checks the prior card group name. What the fuck? What am I looking for here? Append? Okay. So it checks it. But I'm asking whether it needs to be... Okay. Does append set it? If append sets it, we're good. But I don't think it does. I think pop sets it. Yeah, pop sets it. Append doesn't set it. I'm a fucking genius, dude. I already knew the answer to this question. I'm a fucking genius, dog. I already knew the answer to this. See? Pop. Told you. I know this shit like the back of my hand, cuz. Prior card group name. Yeah. Okay. This is a banger. Who made this? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Jolene. theme. Rifty Beach trap music. I'm like, what is this from? I know this song, dude. It's a banger, bro. Is this a mashup? I don't know. It's dope, though. I love it. Let me give it a like. Alright, You're a dumb son of a bitch, ain't you? Don't lie. So append is not gonna set it. Append is not gonna do the trick. We need it to be set. And since it doesn't get yeah, they all need to be set back to none because it's round reset. Right? They all need to be well, we do, fucking idiot. Look, you did it right here, dumbass. This is to avoid the resituation. Yeah, dummy. You're an idiot. But does it get transferred? I don't think it gets transferred. It needs to be transferred. Because this is server side, ass. Below line 620, 625. Does this does need to be transferred. This does need to be transferred to CS to avoid resituation. Unless we already yeah, we still need to. This is not even an order situation. Currently, I don't believe it is being transferred. This does need to be transferred. I don't believe it is currently. Why am I a grammar whore? I don't believe it is currently being transferred. Being transferred currently? Currently is an adverb. I don't fucking know. Is currently an adverb? It ends with ly, right? That means it's an adverb? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Gotta go back to 3rd grade, 4th grade, whatever. Oh, yeah. So, prior cargo name. Let's figure this out here. Is it transferred? We need it to be transferred. It does get transferred. Hold up. Verified doesn't need to be transferred. It's not transferred. Why do we set it though then if it's not transferred? I'm confused. We do transfer it. Where the fuck do we transfer? Hold up, dog. Hold up, dog. Wake up, man. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, God. 20 minutes left here. Oh, fuck. Alright. Leave as is. Verified that this is indeed the correct logic and not a bug. A special case scenario. See progression pi at line 1430 in round reset, wherein. Let me read this one. Modified to include special case scenario when round reset is called. and the car.prior card group names are all set to equal none. Since this change doesn't occur inside of an append, etc., by which the since change doesn't occur inside of an append would be changed. Well, it wouldn't. It's pop. It's not append. Inside of a pop. It's not etc. It's just pop. So yeah, since this change doesn't occur inside of a pop and pop a pop, by which the prior card group name would be changed derivatively. Here, the lane of entry C1 change attribute list is 2 instead of 4 to signify the special case. Yeah, that's some fucking weird shit. But you know, it is what it is, bro. We're using a motorcycle. We send it on a motorcycle instead of a car to it's a coded message, you know. Anyway. Below line, leave as is, verify this is either correct logic on a bug association or super progression pi at line 4030 and round resets. Wherein the card data is equal to the prior card group name instead of the usual X, Y display layer value. I don't know, like, that's not true anymore. So in this case, how did we do this? We had the data transfer function, right? Isn't that what we did? We had the data. I gotta restore it to see what it was before. It's not gonna let me, cause I did that last session. Fuck. So we set it. Yeah. We set it locally, but we need to set it such that it gets transferred. Then we use the data transfer function. I don't even remember how to use this function, dude. Where does this come from? From whence have you came? From change attribute list. Takes cal object int, game object, and cal tube. Cal tube equals dir string adder name data. Go SSCS changes with game adder to student plug adder name string. So cal object int would be 1 or 2. Love this fucking song, yo. So yes, we need it to be 1 or 2. Hurricane update. What? What hurricane? Jesus apparition appears in clouds. Kim Jong-un watches swimmers use water slide. um, to boost tourism. Man, welcome to planet Earth. Anyway, cal object, and we'll say 1 or 2, and then game object. Should we just set this to none? We individually assess each data transfer function call throughout the project to pass game object used on the case that it's not in the time tube. Therefore, all we need to check for in this function is determine if the adder is in the time tube, see if game object is not equal to none. Okay. Cal object, the integer 1 or 2 depending on C1 and C2 that determines which change attribute list the cal tube will be added to. Okay, and I think that change attribute card group data is always handled by C1. Game object, the game object in the case of data name being updated is in the client time tube. Well, this ain't in the time tube, so we don't need to worry about that one. So game object would just be set to none, right? I gotta restore this, bro. I don't remember. I gotta see how the function was. I gotta see it, because to know how it was. Let's ask the god. Python restore using git to restore a single file to last commit state temporarily, just to see old version of code. To temporarily restore a single file to its last committed state and get used Python 3 or the command line, assuming you're scripting this or running manually, you can do git show head your file py temp old version. This creates a temporary copy of the last committed version of your file as temp old version. The last committed. Git show head your file shows the content from the latest commit. Okay, well, hold up. I want it to show the previous commit, not the last commit. Did that make sense? If you want it to temporarily view the previous commit version before the latest commit, git show head squiggle 1. The fuck's that called? Tilde 1 your file py temp old version. Head tilde 1 means one commit before the current commit. This does not alter your current file. It just writes the previous version into a new temp file. And then if you did Python 3 import subprocess file path, your file temp path with open temp path wb is f subprocess run git show. So that uses the Python interpreter to do that. Yeah, we don't need to do that. We'll just do this git show. What are we doing, baby? What are we doing? What are you doing with your life, man? There we go. So git show head tilde 1. Well, we might need to go back 2. Well, we'll find out. Well, we'll just do 2, just to be safe. Say your file. Well, duh, it's not called your file, ass. It's called progression.py. And then we do so show head tilde 2 colon, file name, forward, greater than rather, and then we'll just call it temp old progression dot py. Progression py does not exist. Canasta / Canasta. Okay. Progression.py. Progression. Means that the progression does not exist. To figure out when the files that change are added, get log -- progression. Okay, I know why. I get it. Because it wasn't modified, I guess, so it wouldn't have... No? Really? Okay, so we can go back to this one. The fuck do you mean it doesn't exist? Canasta main, dumbass. I'm an idiot, bro. I'm a fucking dumbass. It's my own fault. That's what I need to do. Get show head to Canasta text, or no, Canasta main. Boom, bitch. Haha. Haha. Idiot. Thanks, Chibbity Jibbity. Thank you, the god. What would I do without AI, bro? Suffer. That's what I would do. There it is. Not that one. This one. Here we go, baby. Hey. There that shit is. Do we have to do card? Well, we don't have to do card data transfer for this one. This is just for cal object. So it's 1, game object is none, and then the cal tube is the time, game, card group data, current card, prior card group name, and then current card ID. See? Should we copy that? Copy that, baby. Alright. Thank you. Never use IO bit. Just a shout out to any idiot out there who might be considering using IO bit. It seems like a good program though, but it does this. Don't. Just don't. Just don't. If you was gonna, don't. Alright? What are we doing? Yay. Okay, here we go. Progression. How did we even realize the prior card group thing? Doesn't need to be saved, since we do need to be restored. Okay, so that took care of the transfer part, but the saving part. Well, if it defaults to none, but that's not what we want it to. We don't want it to default to none. I think we actually do need to save it. After review, quite certain we do need to save it. I think. So yeah, we're gonna do that next. That'll be the next thing. So we'll stop right here. It's line 15 and things to do. Fucking Jeff and dude, perfect. Jeff and theme. Oh man, God, that brings me back, dude. Good times. Shout out, dude, to all the old RO players, dude. Shout out, dog. All right, we're done. Next, we're gonna have to take care of that, which would make sure that it gets saved, because I don't think we save it currently. And I'm pretty sure we do need to save it. So it's gonna be 740. So we went to realized there was an issue. There was a couple of issues associated with prior card group name and data transfer / saving / loading associated with round reset in progression .py. $739 to $740 BH. Dum dum dum. Rum bum 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 pararam bum 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 param bum dum 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 da 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 da. Rum. Dum dum da da dum 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 da da dum da da dum. So 632, 740, 626, 1 hour. 32, 76 minutes working the same logic to determine 707 realized there was a couple issues associated with and began fixing them. 739, 740 stage commit push changes to remote repo and create a new local backup of the entire project. Alright, so we're at the root of the project directory. We're going to do git add, git commit -m, paste that in. Now we're going to do git, oh yeah, we don't need temp old progression. Let's get rid of that. Now we do git push to push the remote repo. Dum 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 dum. Alright, there we go. Now that's done. It's from Kingdom Hearts. It's a Kingdom Hearts version, ain't it? Yep. We done, dude. Fucking done. Alright. So, done for the day. Progress, good. Work, solid. Confidence level, high. On point for the most part. Happy with the progress? Never. Actually, yeah, I am, because we only have, you know, it's like you knock 2 tasks out and then you discover 1 other task. So, you know, but eventually you finish them. Like eventually, it's not infinite. It's not like they don't just spawn from the ether. They are not infinite. They come to an end. So this one's gonna be super easy. It takes like 10-15 minutes. So you're looking at 15 minutes. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6. Yeah, this is like, again, 2 hours of work. We're just, dude, we're so fucking close. We're so close. Anyway, we're so close. We're almost done, and we'll be done soon. So good progress. Happy with it. Anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, if I code. That is, the goal is always to code at least an hour or two each day. So we'll see you then. Have a good